Good afternoon, my noble colleagues. My name is Joy AEC. I am one of your facilitators. Our assignment this afternoon is to learn how to set up examinations on Moodle. Before we begin, I wish to congratulate all of us on the efforts we are making in building ourselves for excellence in the ODL mode of delivery for the overall success of our students and Nigeria at large. Congratulations. I urge you to keep it up. Yes, keep it up. More power to your elbow. And now let us set to business. How do we set up examinations on Moodle? There are different steps to setting up examinations on Moodle. Of all of these steps, we've been able to divide them into two major stages. The first stage has a number of steps of its own. For step one, you log into your site. When you log into your site, you get to step two, where you click on your course. And then step three, you turn editing on. I want to emphasize that you must turn editing on, because if you fail to do so, you will not be able to do anything on your site. Step four, select topic, and then add an activity or resource. Step five, select quiz as the option. When you come to step five, there are a number of options you will find there. And then you search, find quiz, and select that. When you have selected it, there are other activities you have to perform on the step five. You add the name of your quiz or the name of your examination or test, as the case may be. You add the description. Usually, the description is the instruction you want to give to your students in the course of their answering the questions. When you are done with the description, you get to timing. What do we do on timing? It is on timing that we set the time limit, the date we want the examination to open, the date we want the examination to close, the time we want the examination to start, and the time we want the examination to end. That is what we do on timing. So you set your time limit there. And then it takes you to grade. It is on grade that you decide the number of attempts you want your students to have. Should it be 1, 2, or more attempts? You decide and you take it from there. Then you get to layout. Layout, you select the number of questions you want to have on every page. Should it be 1 question, 2, 3, or 5? Sometimes it is better to decide on 5 questions so you don't waste the time of your students clicking for every question and for every page. When you are done with that, you save and you return to class. Stage 1 would be done. And you move down to stage 2, where the real action starts. Stage 2, you get to the class page, you click on the topic, the examination. And then you click on Edit Quiz. You select the type of examination you want to give, whether it is multiple choice questions or essay questions. The choice is yours. You select it there at step 3. When you are done with this selection, you get to step 4, where you begin to copy and you begin to paste the questions or options from the questions you've already set on Microsoft Word. With that already done, let us exemplify that and we put it into action. This is the site. The first thing we do here is to log in to our site. I am sure you are familiar with this background. When you have come to this place, what do? We click on the curse. That's the example curse for us to exemplify what we have explained. And then when you are here, the first thing you have to do is to turn editing on. When you turn editing on, you will be able to begin to do what you want to do. What do we want to do? We want to set examinations. I see you've done something on topic 1, you've done something on topic 2. Now we have to deal with topic 3. This pen is begging for editing. So we click on it. What do we put in here? Let us call it end of course examination. Click on enter. And then I'll click on add an activity or resource. Look at it. Many activities are here. Can you see assignments? Can you see charts? Can you see files? You can see lesson, page. Here is quiz. I will take quiz. Watch and see what would happen now. Good. See where it has brought us to. Now, it is asking us, what is the name of this quiz? What name do we want to give to this quiz? Let us call it examination multiple choice questions. Let us have multiple choice in parentheses. What description shall we give to this examination multiple choice? I'll simply go to my questions where I have my multiple choice questions, and I'll select that. From here, I'll get the instruction I want my students to pay attention to in the course of their answering the questions. I'll select the instruction, I'll copy it, I'll get to my site, I'll paste it here. Control V. And then look at display. I'll click on display, and then I'll get to timing. Do you remember what we do on timing? It is on timing we set the time limit. When do I want this examination to start? I want my examination, before I do that, I have to click on enable so that it will now be possible for me to hit my timing. So I get to what date do I want my examination to start? I want the examination to open on 5th of November. November is already here, otherwise I'll choose from here. 2020. What time do I want this examination to start? I want it to start at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. And that is it here. I will choose 00. And then I'll click on enable for another time limit. When do I want this examination to close? I want it to close on the same day, 5th of November 2020, but at a different time. Maybe let me take 12 noon on the same day. That's okay. Opens at 8, closes at 12 noon. That's 12 here. Sorry, taking 12, I will choose 00 to make it 12 noon. Okay. So time limit. This is time limit. How long do I want the examination to last? Before I do that, I'll first click on enable. I want to set 20 multiple choice questions. And maybe 20 minutes will be okay. So they don't go cheating. I give them 20 minutes for 20 questions. That's it. And now that takes me to grade. I can ignore this. You ignore all of this. No, don't give unlimited. Let us take one attempt. It is on grade that you decide the number of attempts you want the students to make for every question. So it can be one attempt, it can be two, depending on your choice. The layout of my examination, do you remember what we do there on layout? It is on layout that we decide the number of questions we want to have on every page. So for me, I would want to have 5 questions on every page. I don't want to waste the time of my students, even if it is 1 second. When I am done with the layout, the next thing I will do is to save and return to class. Stage 1 is completed. Now stage 2. We click on examination. We click on edit quiz. Now we click on add. Add a new question. Look at different kinds of questions. Which of them do I want? There is multiple choice, there is true or false, there is matching, there's even essay questions. I don't want to talk about essay now. Let me start with multiple choice questions. And so I click on it, I click on add. Beautiful. It has brought me to this page. And it is asking me the name of my question. I want to call it question number 1. Question number 1. Yeah, question 1. So, what is question 1? I want to go to my multiple choice questions. I want to select my question 1 from here. And so, my question 1, I want to advise you to avoid these numberings. Don't take them. Just start from where the question starts and end where it ends. Do not copy the dash. Allow Mr. or Mrs. Dash to be on their own. Don't copy them. When you have selected the question, you copy it. Then you get back to the site, click on it, you paste it here. When you get back to the site, you paste what you have copied. So we paste. When you are done with that, you decide to make your options in capital letters. I like to use capital letters for my options. Now you begin to select the choices. Back to my multiple choice questions. I'll copy. I don't want to copy anything beyond the full stop. So I have to be very careful so I don't take anything out of the full stop. I copy that. I get back to my site. I paste it here. That's it. I get ready for choice 2. Get back to my multiple choice questions. Copy choice 2. Get back to my site. I paste it here. Now get ready for choice 3. I get back to my multiple choice question. And then I copy choice 3. Choice 3 is the answer. I must make sure I do not copy anything that is beyond the full stop. So I take it very close to the full stop and I copy. Because this is the answer, you will see what would happen now. So I paste it here on choice 3. Choice 3 is the answer. I will get to grade, and I will choose 100% because it is the answer. I won't do that anywhere else. And I get to choice 4. Choice 4, I get back to my multiple choice questions. Get back to my site, and then I paste my choice 4. Good. It is done. And when I am done with that, I will save changes. Look at it. Question number 1 is already set perfectly. Now I'll get to set question number 2. What do I do for question number 2? I'll simply click on Add. A new question, multiple choice, Add. Again, it is asking me the name of my question. I want to call this question number 2 since I'm already done with question number 1. What is question number 2? I get back to my multiple choice question to select question number 2. Look at it here. And then I'll copy. Remember, we said you must not copy the numbering, and you must be certain you do not go beyond the last segment of your question or your option. So I copy. I get back to my site, and I would paste it here. Question number 2, paste it. Now, what do I do next? I want to change my options to capitulated because I like uniformity in what I do. And then I begin to place my choices. Choice number 1, get back to my multiple choice questions. Here it is. And I will select option number 1. As you can see, option number 1 is the answer. That's why I have it in red. I make sure I do not exceed the last segment. So I copy. I get back to my site, and then I paste my option number 1 for question 2. It is the answer. So what do we do when we know it is the answer? What we do is to make it 100%. And that takes us to option number 2, choice 2. What do? I get back to my multiple choice questions. Again, I make sure it does not exceed the last segment. So I copy. I get back to my site, and I paste it here. Choice 3, I get back to my multiple choice questions. I copy. Back to my site, I paste it there. Choice number 4, I do the same thing to paste my choice number 4. That is done, so I will save changes. Now look at it. Question number 1 is set. Question number 2 is set. I get back to question number 3. Add a new question, multiple choice, add. That will be question number 3, because we are done with numbers 1 and 2. So I call it question number 3. What is going to be my question number 3? I'll get back to my multiple choice question. Then I'll copy question number 3, copy, get back to my site, and I paste it here. Then I decide to make it capital letters for uniformity. Then I get ready for choice number 1, get back to my multiple choice question, and I select choice number 1. That is the answer, secretary. Copy. I get back to my site, I paste it here. Now, we know what we do when we have chosen the answer as an option to make it 100%. Now, let us ignore it as if we have forgotten. Let's see what will happen. So we ignore that. We get to choice number 2. And we get back to our multiple choice questions. We copy choice number 2, that is secretary poorly pronounced. Very poor pronunciation of secretary. So we copy it. We get back here, we paste it. Get ready for choice number 3. Get back to our multiple choice questions. Copy choice number 3. Another poor pronunciation of secretary. We make sure we do not exceed the last segment, and then we copy. We get back to the side, we paste it here. And then that takes us to choice number 4. We get ready for choice number 4. Get back to our multiple choice question. We copy question number 4. Copy. Back here, we paste it here. That's the done. And then we save changes. Can you see? It's saved. One of the choices should be 100% so that it is possible to get a full grade for this question. Oh, and so I have to make this 100%. That's good. And there will be peace. And then I'll get back to save my changes. So my dear, you can go on to add and add and add as many questions you want to add. If you want to make it the essay question, it is the same procedure. All you need to do is to select the essay. Let us give it a trial. Let us start with end of course examination so that it doesn't join with our objective questions. How do we get that? We will have to get back to the questions we had already set for the essay choice. And so here, we take the instructions we want our students to have, answer all questions. I'll select that, and then I'll copy. I get back here, I'll paste it here, the instruction. And that will take me to display. I click on display. The moment I click on display, I get to timing. I do not have any doubts that you already know what we do on timing. That is where we set when we want the examination to open and when we want it to close. Before we do that, we have to click on enable. Click on enable again here, and then there's another enable here. I click on all of the 3. And then I begin to set, when do I want this examination to start? This is a question. Maybe they have to do it on a different day. So I decide, and then I choose perhaps 8th of November. November is already here. What time do I want it to start? I want it to start at 8 a.m. I want the examination to close on the same day, 8th of November. Or this time, perhaps, I want it to close at 4 p.m. and I take 16. 16 is 4. You choose the time you want the examination to. That's 4 p.m. Now, how many minutes do I want them to take it? There are 3 major questions, and maybe I give them 1.5 hours, or let them have 2 hours, so they can give me comprehensive response to every question. So I give them 2 hours for all the 3 questions. Here I have grade. Maybe 1 attempt is okay. I give them 1 attempt. Yes, 1 attempt. Here is the layout. I want about all of the 3 questions should come on 1 page. That's what I have here. And then I get here, I save and return to class. Now that I have saved and returned to class, I will now select examination, essay examination. I'll click on edit quiz. I'll click on add. I'll click on a new question. Here it is. I don't want multiple choice. I don't want true or false. I want the essay question, so I check it. Then I click on add. It is asking me, question. What's the name of my question? It is question number 1. And then I get to essay question to select my essay number 1. That is it here. So I select, I copy, I paste. Question number 1 is already done. And I just get here, I save changes. Select a new question. I select essay question. I click on add. And then it is asking me again the name of my question. It is question number 2. How do I get my question 2? The same process. Back to my Microsoft Word question, copy it from there, get back to my site, paste it here. The moment I am done with pasting, I just get down here and click on Save Changes. Question number 2, set. I get to question number 3. Isn't that interesting? It is interesting. And I click on a new question. Don't want multiple, I want essay. I click on essay. I click on add. Again, what question do I want to add? I want to add question number 3. Question 3. Where is my question number 3? I get back here. I look for question number 3. I select it from here. I copy, get back to my site, paste question number 3. And then I get down here, and then I'll say changes. See what would happen now. 3 questions perfectly set. That is it, simple. So you keep copying, you paste. You see that the essay question is simpler than the setting of the multiple choice questions. And so, my dear noble colleagues, you can see it's a very simple exercise, very simple indeed, isn't it? So I expect you should begin to practice now. Put all you have learned into practice. The more you practice, the more you achieve some perfection, okay? Good. Now let me remind you, our dear Facilitator General, distinguished Professor Peter Okebukola, has some guides, some set of golden rules on how to prepare multiple choice questions and essay questions. I advise you search, find, and watch the videos so you don't commit blunders in your construction of these questions. Okay? I trust you can do that. When you do that, your questions will be perfect. All right, thank you. Now we've come to the end. Goodbye.